Hello again, lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got tonight is a gasboard lock for a residential property. And these date to sort of the 1920s, 1930s in the UK, and they are basically designed to stop you taking the money out of the gas meter. So you put your money in, it gives you the gas, and then money runs out, and then you've got to put more money in before the gas will turn back on again. And I think these things got opened up fairly frequently in people's homes, which led to some design changes. I think mostly these things are easy to open. They are 2 or 3 levers. There's nothing special about them. You can even tension them by pulling on the bolt and then working the levers with a piece of wire. This one's got a bit more game. This is made by M&M. It's a Harry Mitchell. And he's very proud of it. So much so, he's stamped the patent number on the front. And because he's got the patent number, I can go find the patent. So here it is over on the right hand side, 1927. That makes this lock 98 years old, and it's really got some game and some extra goodies inside it. I was wondering why it was producing so many clicks when I tried to open it originally. Each lever in here, there are 4, produces 3 or 4 clicks, which doesn't really make much sense until you see the patent drawings, and then you realize what's going on. And it's quite clever. So over here now is the technical drawing for the lock, and it's worth taking a look at this. So the 4 levers, now they move in a slightly unusual direction because of the angle of the keyway and the position of the lock. So the bolt is this whole assembly here, which slides upwards. The top 3 levers are pivoted at the bottom, and they swing left to right. There's a 4th lever, which is pivoted at the top, which swings left to right. So you're actually picking levers that are moving in 2 different directions. Well, that's the first thing that makes this a little bit more difficult, but there's a bit more to it than that. So on the diagram, I've drawn a red ring. That points to a point M on the lock casing. And the bit that's sort of touching the lock casing is the lever itself. The top 3 levers all have this extension, I think. And it says, the lever H is provided with an extension M, which in the locked position of the lever abuts against a shoulder on the casing. So that means each lever is jammed by both the casing body and by the bolt stump, which is in the blue ring on that figure 1 diagram. So it's got to clear the bolt stump, and it's got to clear the casing as well. And they don't come off cleanly, and they don't come off at the same time either. So you get multiple little clicks and multiple pieces of bolt movement. But it doesn't end there, right? On the 4th lever, which is the figure 5 diagram, there is the pivot point is where the blue ring is. Sorry, no, not the pivot point. The bolt point, rather. The pivot point's at the top, where the green ring is. But also, you'll see T, where it shows the letter T on the diagram. That's an extra extension of the lever that clamps around another bolt stump. So if you can see in here through a hole, that is the top of that lever, where it has the T marking. And as you push this shut, you can just see this start to close. And as it goes fully home, it clamps all the way around that bolt stump. So it gets extra protection against someone sort of yanking on this and forcing it open that way. So it really is quite an impressive mechanism. There's a lot to do getting this open, as you're about to find out. For what is a lock that is the better part of 100 years old, it's really got some game. I'll see you in a moment. Right, let's get this open, hopefully. Right, medium tension, and we will be varying it. Right, click out a 1, first of many. Another 1 out of 1. I don't know if you can hear that. I think a bee got in here. Right, another click out of 3 and 1 out of 4. Clicks out of 1 and 2. Change the angle of that fourth lever. One feels good. That was 3. Another click. Okay, nice click out of 4 and a piece of bolt movement. Hopefully we're close. Another 1 out of 2. Drop to lever. Which one was that one? Here we go. Not bad actually that time. It can be a bit finicky, this lock. Right, there you go. The M&M gas board lock. Pretty cool. All right. Cheers.